that is not politically correct or spiritually correct, anything outside of the King James, then they can lose their tax exempt for the nonprofit organization. Also now, all of your AME churches, CME churches, and your United Methodists, your big black churches, mainly your AME. Those churches, they cannot open the doors without the American flag with the gold strip down the side. I've always wondered, why we sit up in church with the American flag with the gold strip in the middle of the damn ghetto? In Mullins, South Carolina, because I grew up at AME. Now, they have this American flag with the gold strip, which is the same one that they have in your courthouses. When you see that American flag, it means it's owned and operated by the New World Order. You see, and they cannot open the doors unless they have this flag with the gold strip. You understand what I'm saying? That is because, so now what it is but the New World Order means anytime you are under the tax exempt law, you are owned and operated by the New World Order. It's just that the bigger churches are the ones that have to have the American flag with the gold strip. But the smaller churches, even though they don't have it, because there's every nook and cranny, they still qualify for the non-profit organization thing where they can get, the tax exempt. So therefore, you automatically require the New World Order and all of that, apply for that. Now it's interesting because I got a friend that wants to start speaking on the New World Order that just got out of seminary. But the problem is, he's saying he's having a lot of problems because they don't want anything to do with it in the church. Because all the black churches are owned and operated by the New World Order. So they are part of the problem. Inadvertently, even if they don't know it. But somewhere in your bigger upper echelon churches, they know what's going down. So now you can understand why the system, why you can have a group of people that can be ignorant for the last 140 years. Because it's systematically controlled. And this is the reason why in the early 1900s, they went in and closed down a particular church in South Carolina that was dealing with Yoruba, Bodun, Igbo, and each person had their particular religion that they did inside this building. And they closed it down and built them a United Methodist church, or one of these Baptist churches and all, because they can get them under that law, because they got a control over that, as well as your schools, all your black schools have to have the same tax exempt thing, whereas even though the black students just get around it, they technically by law cannot operate this stuff, and you can understand how through education and all this how people can be fooled all these years. It's because the churches and the schools, and mainly these churches and the black colleges, are all a part of the whole New World Order. And I can't think of the bill, but anybody that's know the tax exempt thing, this is one of the actual bills that's also true. Now, we want to deal with two things. We're just going down on the hard topic here. And that's one of the keys, and when we're talking about, now, and see, there's a difference. Religions are nothing but organized forms of political control based on some aspect of moralism that you're supposed to know by the time you're in the 10th grade any damn way. That's what a religion is. We didn't have religion, we had educational systems. That's the difference. Spiritual educational systems, and there was no separation. You see what I'm saying? But what we have now is inspirational ceremonies and moralism. It has nothing to do with spirituality whatsoever. That's it. Nothing to do with spirituality whatsoever. You see, and we can get into that debate. That's a no-brainer. Let's go, let's get, but if you have problems with that, that's what the whole thing is. It's not a matter of attacking something. It's a matter of you enhancing and trying to learn on a greater level what's going on. If your religion can't be enhanced, that means that it's got to be very inferior, that you can't take on no outside forces. That it's got to be the same thing that the white boy gave you 200 years ago, 300 years ago. Because apparently we didn't give that to the world. Not that aspect of the brand of it. We did give that a part of it, but not that stuff they got in these churches. Remember now, anything that's good for you, he ain't never gave you nothing good. Out of here, he gonna give you some good religion. You see what I'm saying? But that's what it is. It's a religion. You see what I'm saying? We'll get into that particular part also too. So let's go to libations. And you know the deal. I go to libations. If you seen the tapes, you go, I shake. Laura Amanda. I shake. Mr. Negro. I shake. Santa Misa Murphy. I shake. I shake. China. I shake. Peter Eman. I shake. Spirit of the Regular. I shake. La Luna. I shake. Francisco de Ricky Rayo. I shake. Fresco Cristo Rey. I shake. Mande de Agra. I shake. Sovina. I shake. Diana. I shake. Sue. I shake. Lily. I shake. Alibra. I shake. Second. I shake. Henry. I shake. Ewa. I shake. Hemmitt, I say Pata, I say Apollo, I say Siva, I say Almighty, I say Kevin, I say God, I say Yahweh, I say Springer, I say Becca, I say Brown, I say Daniel Always, I say Oguki, I say Mars, I say Valor, I say Omitu, I say Mojo Okitu, I say Mojo Boris, I say Malku, I say Kaiman, I say Kahudi, I say Shire, I say Legba, I say Legoya, I say Osef, I say Lucifer, I say Sut, I say Anu, I say Nilhosef, I say Alakun, I say Wakala, I say Shakim, I say Shakma, I say Ha, I say Tipper, I say Helio, I say Shingo, I say Vishnu, I say Raja, I say Asa, I say Rhea, I say Amami, I say Underdu, I say Kosi Ka, I say Kosi Opo, I say Mercury, I say Rahel Kudi, I say Nu, I say Beth, I say Beth, I say Ali, I say Maya, I say Second, I say Jesus, I say Susan, I say Andrew, I say Eru, I say Aaron, I say Arya, I say Adrian, I say Dominic, I say Hector, I say Andrew, I say Aduwa, I say one more. Hold on. Aduwa, I say Magdalena, I say Tolima, I say Makali, I say Richard, I say Silk, I say Ogukureti, I say Mojo Boraki, I say Mojo Inkun, I say Tutu Lepa, I say Kiko Nizamaki, I say Wakabawaya, I say Yumo, Kofi Indra, I say Ka, I say Melody, I say Edo, I say Akoros, I say Bass, I say Beth, I say Mahudi, I say Silveries, I say Koyeti, I say Jambala, I say Gorgo, I say Maki, I say Maleka, I say Pan, I say Supe, I say Tamu, I say Ilisu, I say Rahu, I say Adon, I say Arim, I say Afrisil, I say Bilbo, I say Baal, I say White Buffalo, I say Dagon, I say Doma, I say Thunderdome, I say Dimagogan, I say Hectic, I say Adon Kuntus, I say Lunan, I say Mono, I say Siva, I say Saki, I say Sita, I say Sita, I say Rada, I say Krishna, I say Paka, I say Sukan, I say Ba, I say Ka, I say Azalo, I say Apollon, I say Belzos, I say Beuma, I say Shama, I say Thunderdome, I say Yogan, I say Imija, I say Kari, I say Belzekin, I say Nada, I say Lamawain, I say Rarim, I say Newt, I say Abbott, I say Tiger, I say Tyson, I say. All right. You tell I'm used to this thing. And basically this builds a certain energy field up. It permeates the house, it permeates your body, and this is things that you can do, other sciences that you can do, and also what I'll do is I'll leave this list behind, and you can get some of these copies, okay, and give them out to the people. Right. And so basically, leave this libation list behind. And basically, these are some things that you can do. It's also called a mantra. It's also called a wazifa in Islam. And basically, a certain amount of energy, you know, gets up. And basically, if you look at it, you find these remnants even in the Christian church. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? When the person be, you know, and all this, and you know, hallelujah, and all this kind of thing ain't going on, you know. Stuff here. So basically, what basically that's a mantra. You keep doing it over and over, and it builds up a certain energy field. Right. Mm-hmm. And all. So a lot of this mysteries is lost, but they even do it in the church. You see what I'm saying? And that was a part of the early part of the church was they re-Africanized it because it was different than the white people stuff. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They re-Africanized it, so the white folk came in and studied it. Now they got this whole prosperity bullshit. Like, it's this kind of idiotic thinking, actually. I wouldn't want to worship no God that would bless me and wouldn't want to bless others. And these same other ones been worshiping him just as much. So then somebody done slipped in and got this whole prosperity thing going down because they had to update the religion for the new type of Negro. That's right. You see what I'm saying? They wanted to take his religion along with his damn BMW and Mercedes. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? So they had to update this stuff. So what it is, the government came in and studied it, and they gave you these charlatans like T.D. Jakes, Creflo Dollar, and all these particular people. You see what I'm saying? And this is nothing but a high-tech government advanced system. You see what I'm saying? And the only thing they got to do is put Jesus up in it, and you automatically think it's doggone authentic. Yet you got a doggone 100 years of doggone charlatans, black and white. You see what I'm saying? Now, how it is we got these idiots out here doing this, and yet they showed you in the late 80s when all the doggone white preachers started falling by the wayside. Mm-hmm. You remember the words on Jim Baker, Swagging and all falling by the wayside. This stuff was nothing but a game. And now they got it back, and they're doing it with the whole T.D. Jakes and all this kind of stuff. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? They got a black preacher that's got a $70 million church going up. So in your mind, because you train, you think that's beautiful, they giving it to the Lord. They ain't giving shit to the Lord. What the hell God need a damn building for? This thing is looking, it's on Crenshaw Boulevard. This thing looks like a forum. It's literally a coliseum. Then they moved out of the forum, and some black preacher is buying the fucking forum.
Yeah, that's right.
You see? Buying the forum, and they outdoing each other. You see? And you thinking this got shit to do with the Lord. Well, what the hell was you doing in the 50s when you was in a shack? I just want to see the concept on here. When you was in the 50s and you had a doggone storefront, you see what I'm saying, or a podium, or a tent, was you less spiritual? You hear the concept here?
Yeah.
Was you less spiritual? And now they got a doggone check your doggone. You know, they check their W-2 forms,
Right. Yeah.
scan your fucking credit report, your debit card and all this shit when you come up in there, and you thinking this shit ain't insane, and you thinking this got something to do with God? You know? Because nobody don't challenge shit.
Right.
Nobody wouldn't dare come on TV and challenge this. You understand what I'm saying? Because they've already told you that, hey, the black preacher can't go wrong. You know what I'm saying? So this is a form of mind control. Because the whole prosperity thing. Now look at the science on this and see what's happening is this. The white man sees us coming. He said, wait a minute, hold on. Isn't this the same Crenshaw Boulevard where we down here wiped out a whole generation of people from the late 80s and the early 90s? With all the gunshots and the crack and all this? It is the same Crenshaw Boulevard. And you mean to tell me you get $70 million that you're going to amass and you don't put in an industry? You people been in the goddamn country and you've been out of slavery for 135 years? And you mean to tell me now you can got enough clientele and sophistication you can amass $70 million and you don't put in no industry, and Microsoft didn't start with that shit? Didn't start with 70 million. Walmart didn't start with 70 million. You got $70 million to put in a damn building. And they're looking at your ass in China saying, look at these people. They're still fucking savages. Yeah. You ain't nothing but a damn savage when you come up here and you got on a damn $700 Armani suit, driving a doggone Mercedes-Benz or a damn Navigator or whatever you SUV shit, Land Cruiser or whatever. And you mean to tell me that you 100 and damn near 30 years educated and you can't do no better than to take $70 million and don't build no industry? You know what I'm saying? Even if you say, fuck it, I'm just going to manufacture shoe heels. You can make millions from the shit. You're going to put them in a damn building. You see? And you're supposed to be the educated people. You see what I'm saying? So obviously they're looking around the world. In Taiwan, they say, them people still savages. Because we don't understand the way we're viewed globally. This is some insane stuff that's going down. You see? So, but then again, that's the herd mentality. You know, we walk around all day and we never even think twice to think outside of the box. Hey, say, hey, look, something is wrong here. You know? Because that's the role that they got us, and this is the insanity that we are in right now at this particular time. Let me give you some examples of what's going on around the country to let you know. We start off with a lot of things on the mundane level, then we go into the advanced science. Let me show you how they run this stuff. See, they can, first of all, anything that comes on the TV set on your behalf is automatically something that's planned for you to react a certain way. They don't put nothing on their TV set on your behalf. I don't give a damn what it is. Including when they drove that black man down the street in Texas. Don't you know that that was a government shit for your response? Oh, no. And they know you're going to go run it. Every year it's like clockwork. Every year it's like clockwork. They say, listen, I'll explain what's going on. Let me give you an example. They know based on scientific science that was given to them by our ancient people that certain times of year you have summer solstice, winter solstice, spring equinox, fall equinox. And they understand that at any minute, any given minute, you can wake the hell up and regain certain powers that can take back the planet. And it don't make us, if they got all the guns and the bombs, you got a certain energy in you that will kill up everything on the doggone planet. This is scientific. We'll give you some of this information in a few minutes when we go into the metaphysical thing. But they just
to know also, too, that you can also become conscious, and they can no longer hold this grip on you because your mind could wake up. So therefore, every winter solstice, spring solstice, fall equinox, let's see, spring equinox, fall equinox, summer solstice, winter solstice, they have certain cardinal points, and in between, like a cycle, that they do certain things to shut you down by taking your attention and putting it over here when there's some shit going on over here. So you best believe every summer they got some stuff that's going on. So when they drug that man down the street here in Texas in the spring of the year or whatever, that was to create a certain response. They know they can get you all upset. First of all, they got black people dying every damn day, and that shit never make the TV set. I'm sitting on the steps in 95, a helicopter comes by, shoot a nigga 15 times. Didn't even make the news. But yet they can drag a man down the street and it make national news. You see what I'm saying? But yet they have thousands of things going on every hour. Don't even make the news. But yet all of a sudden, there's some new things and they done drug a nigga down the street. You see what I'm saying? Happens every 5 minutes. But the key here is they televise the thing to get your response because they know it's a certain junction coming up that you might get free. And if you don't study, they know they study the shit. So therefore, they drag the guy down the street. They get the news all in on it. Then they got all the niggas down here marching and stuff. And you all mad. You know you ain't gonna be mad for 5 days. Maybe 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Maybe 2 weeks. And that's it. Meanwhile, goal and objective has been solidified and has been met. You see? Same thing here with they got this South Carolina flag thing going on. Remember this? All this shit starts in January 2000. You see what I'm saying? Now look at this. Look at how stupid this is. Now first of all, look at these people saying, we got a flag that's just been hanging up here since 1865. First of all. Right. All the crackers got the shit on their bumper stickers and in their windows. Number one, it ain't been active since 1865. Now let's look at this. They can come in and they can raise this thing talking about the flag and all this kind of thing, and they get all these black people. And then we look, we got damn near almost 200,000-300,000 people ascending on South Carolina to raise hell about a flag. Meanwhile, they're looking at it and saying, look at these same damn idiots. We came and told them in 1996, we put crack in the community. Told them we put the crack in the community. They didn't march, they didn't raise a damn eyebrow. But yet they can march over a flag that ain't been active in damn near 150 years. But yet they came in 1996 and said, hey, all your niggas that's in prison, a million of them, we put them in there because we put the crack in the community. And we didn't even raise it. No, we got so asinine about it. We said, well, why don't you? They said, okay, what we going to do? We're going to investigate ourselves. I come in your house and raise your damn daughter. 2 years down the line, I come back and say, hey, our racing, it was good. You turn around and say, oh, what, this is horrible. You say, hey, wait a minute. Let me take about a month and investigate myself. And come back with a goddamn decision. Do you see how insane this is? Wait a minute now. I raised the daughter, I said it was good. But let me take about a month. And I'm going to go in and I'm going to investigate myself. And then I'm going to come back to you. And I'm going to give the conclusion, well, I did it or not. He's a raper. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You already know what the answer's going to be. So they say, hey, we'd rather the CIA and mine put it. You do since the damn 1960s they've been putting the damn dope in this community. You do since the 30s. You know, you do since they've been doing this shit to the Indians with the alcohol. This is American history. Are we idiots? Right? You've been knowing this for years. Okay, wait a minute. Hey, you hear black people all the time, we don't own no boats, we don't own no planes, we don't own no... You say this as a doggone cliche. It's so embedded in your memory, you know the white man put dope in your community. Now the white man gonna come up in 1996 and say, hey, I gotta do this, I believe I did do this. Then he said, wait a minute, hold on. We're gonna investigate ourselves. They standing here, guess what? We didn't do this shit. And black people go, okay. And you don't think we savage? Does this look like the mark of a people is going some damn well?
No.
And why do you have to have a white man to validate you? And when you cast doggone judgment on a person? What's that, brother?
Check it out, though. Everyone tripping over the Confederate flag, the same people who used that produced the one that everyone walking around with that Tommy Hilfiger shit on.
Well, you're not on that too. The Confederate flag is almost like Mickey Mouse compared to, but not on that too.
The 50 stripes, the 50 stars, the same.
But the Confederate flag is almost like Mickey Mouse compared to the American flag.
It's all this stuff, though.
Yeah, I'm trying to get, yeah, but the key here is these people are going to march down on South Carolina. Now, what was going on here? Apparently, because here it is again, we don't believe in ourselves, but they watch us and they believe in everything.
That's right.
Apparently, one of the only surviving traditions from Africa in the continental United States, there's several in the Caribbean. You got the whole voodoo thing, or the voodoo thing in New Orleans was brought in by Marie DeVoe, but it had its inception in Haiti. But one of the only surviving spiritual aspects from Africa, that we can link as a type of system or language or a cultural aspect was the Gullah thing down in Beaufort, South Carolina,